In 1947, a momentous event unfolded on the Indian subcontinent, the Partition of India. This event marked the end of British colonial rule and the birth of two new nations. This wasn't just about creating new countries, it was a complex and deeply emotional process that affected millions of lives. It was about the largest mass migration in human history. Over 14 million people were displaced, forced to leave their ancestral homes. Imagine millions of people leaving their homes, their lives uprooted overnight, families torn apart, communities shattered. This was the reality for Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs during partition. They had to make heart-wrenching decisions about their future. They were forced to choose between staying in their homeland or moving to a new nation based on their religion. The emotional toll was immense. The partition divided British India into two independent nations, India and Pakistan. This division was based on religious demographics. India, with a Hindu majority, and Pakistan, with a Muslim majority, were now separate entities. The joy of independence was mixed with the sorrow of separation. This division led to widespread violence and chaos, leaving an indelible mark on the psyche of the subcontinent. The scars of partition are still felt today. The sheer scale of human displacement and suffering makes the Partition of India a pivotal event of the 20th century. It reshaped the region's history and continues to influence its present. The roots of partition can be traced back to the British Raj's divide and rule policy. The British, over their centuries-long rule, often exploited religious differences within India for administrative control. This strategy, however, sowed the seeds of division between Hindus and Muslims. As the call for independence from British rule grew stronger, so did the religious tensions. The Muslim League, led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, demanded a separate Muslim state, fearing marginalization in a Hindu-majority independent India. The Indian National Congress, initially opposed to the idea of partition, eventually agreed, realizing the potential for further bloodshed. The decision to divide the subcontinent was made amidst escalating communal violence, a tragic prelude to the horrors that would follow. The monumental task of dividing the subcontinent fell upon Sir Cyril Radcliffe, a British lawyer who had never set foot in India before. Despite his lack of familiarity with the region, he was given the immense responsibility of drawing the boundary lines that would divide Punjab and Bengal, the two provinces with significant populations of both Hindus and Muslims. These regions were home to diverse communities that had coexisted for centuries. The Radcliffe Line, as it came to be known, was drawn hastily, with little regard for the complex social and geographical realities of the region. The hurried process overlooked the intricate tapestry of life in these areas. The announcement of the boundary sparked mass panic and confusion. Communities that had lived in harmony were thrown into chaos. People who had lived side by side for generations suddenly found themselves on opposite sides of a newly created border. Families were torn apart overnight. The arbitrary nature of the Radcliffe Line led to mass displacement and violence, as people desperately tried to cross over to what they now considered their safe zones, based on their religious identity. The human cost of this division was immense, with countless lives disrupted. Section 4: Exodus: Tales of Displacement and Resilience. The partition witnessed one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Millions of Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs were forced to flee their homes, crossing the newly created borders in search of safety and a new life. The journey was fraught with danger, with countless people perishing due to violence, starvation, and disease. Stories of incredible human resilience and compassion emerged from the ashes of partition. Ordinary people, caught in the throes of unimaginable suffering, displayed remarkable courage and kindness. Hindus helped their Muslim neighbors escape, while Muslims risked their lives to protect their Hindu friends. These acts of humanity, though often overshadowed by the narrative of violence, serve as a testament to the enduring human spirit. Section 5: The Enduring Legacy: Partition's Echoes in the Present. 75 years later, the legacy of the partition continues to cast a long shadow on the Indian subcontinent. The division of a once unified land into two separate nations has left an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of millions. The trauma of displacement, the loss of loved ones, and the scars of communal violence still linger in the collective memory of the people. Families were torn apart, and entire communities were uprooted, creating a ripple effect that has been felt across generations. The partition also laid bare the fault lines of religious intolerance, leading to enduring tensions between India and Pakistan. These tensions have manifested in various forms, from border skirmishes to political disputes, and continue to influence the geopolitics of the region. Despite the pain and suffering, the partition also serves as a stark reminder of the importance of tolerance, empathy, and understanding. It highlights the resilience of the human spirit and the capacity for communities to come together in the face of adversity. It underscores the need to learn from the mistakes of the past and strive for a future where such horrors are never repeated. Educational initiatives and public commemorations play a crucial role in keeping the memory of partition alive, ensuring that future generations understand its significance. The Partition of India, though a tragic chapter in human history, holds valuable lessons for humanity, reminding us of the importance of unity, peace, and the rejection of all forms of prejudice and discrimination. It is a call to action for all of us to build a world where such divisions are a thing of the past and where harmony and mutual respect prevail.